First Peter 3:8 reads, "Finally, all of you, have unity of spirit, sympathy, love for one another, a tender heart, and a humble mind." Since the beginning of quarantine, our youth ministry here at Trinity has joined forces with youth ministries across North Carolina in Durham, Wilmington, Irwin, and of course here in Raleigh to arrange worship content for our various youth ministries. It was an attempt to provide a bit of variety in our weekly youth worship experiences, but it has also served as a reminder that in challenging times, we can find ways to connect with one another and to work together. Thus, we titled our first set of youth ministry videos, Together. I believe that throughout this quarantine experience, we have all found new and creative ways to connect with one another. We have found ways to be together even when we can't physically be together. Our second series that this collective group of youth ministers arranged for our students was only slightly different in theme, yet it can often prove to be a much more difficult challenge for us. Staying Together was the second study that we began just 3 weeks ago. It highlighted the obstacles and challenges that cause it to be difficult for us to be united and harmonious in our families, our friend groups, and our communities. Of course, the current events that have taken place over these past few weeks have demonstrated those challenges even further. In these days and weeks, we have experienced, lamented, and sought prayer, and we've acknowledged how truly challenging it can be to stay together. And while these struggles we face will not simply be resolved in one Bible study series, these words from 1 Peter 3:8, which is our key verse from the study, do give us a good place to start. They remind us, even command us, how we as Christians are called to treat one another, to seek out unity with one another by striving to view what we have in common rather than what makes us different, to have sympathy, compassion, and love for one another, following the model of Christ's sacrificial love for all of God's creation, to humble ourselves to the point that we are willing to acknowledge our shortcomings, our need for forgiveness, and our need for God's grace. Each night, may we ask ourselves if we followed these words from 1 Peter. Did we strive for unity? Did we show compassion, sympathy, and love to others? Did we humble ourselves? Did we follow in the footsteps of Christ?